Hello everyone, my name is Joana Montano, and today I will be presenting my video montage. Today I will be telling you a story about my life. My story starts with my parents. On the left is my dad, Joana Montano, and on the right is my mom, Josephine Montano. They were in love, so they got married when they were in the Philippines, and when they moved to Guam, they wanted a child. So on September 30, 1995 at the Guam Memorial Hospital, they had me. I was about 5 pounds and 9 ounces and about 18 inches in length. I was a really tiny baby. My mom believed the reason why I was a really tiny baby was because she didn't eat a lot when she was pregnant. The reason why they named me Joanna was because they wanted to combine their names together. I barely had hair on my head, and my mom said I would cry a lot when I was a baby. My family practiced the Catholic religion. Religion was very important in my family. So in 1 month and 5 days, they celebrated my baptism. My whole family came to celebrate me being blessed. My parents, my grandma, and my aunties would always nurture me and provided me with the appropriate stimulation of holding me with care and speaking to me softly. Every time I would meet new people, I would not fuss or cry. My parents said that I loved it every time the neighborhood kids would come and play with me. At age 1, I started growing curly hair and I started walking at about 1 year old and 2 months. My mom also started teaching me how to drink using a bottle because she started going to work, and from there I was really attached to my bottle. During this stage, my baby fat has decreased. I was a very picky eater and my body proportions were similar to an adult. My balance and posture began to improve and I was able to run and jump. When I was a little kid, I remember watching kids shows like Sesame Street, Rugrats, Clifford, Caillou, Dragon Tales, Teletubbies, Barney, and Blue's Clues. They would help me gain cognitive skills like emotional and social understanding and social skills. At age 3, I had a new member in the family. My brother came along. I was okay with it because I was the only daughter and my parents still spoiled me. My parents found out I was right-hand dominant when I was 5 years old. When I was learning how to write my name, I would always pick up my pencil with my right hand. Also, during this stage, I was still drinking in my bottle, but my parents wanted me to stop. So they taught me a lesson and did some operating conditioning where my grandma put hot pepper in my bottle, and it was the most horrible milk I've ever tasted, and that was the last time I drank from my baby bottle. I also started playing make-believe, and I would play with my friends and my cousins. I would pretend to be all sorts of things from a doctor to a cashier at McDonald's. And this would help with my cognitive development to practice and strengthen mental abilities, including sustained attention, memory, logical reasoning, language and literacy, imagination, creativity, understanding of emotions, and the ability to reflect on one's own thinking. At this stage, I started attending school. I was kind of sad because I couldn't stay home and play, but when I entered school, it was so fun because there was a nap time, snack time, and I made new friends. I grew a little bit taller, but the rest of the kids were always taller than me. At this stage, I started drawing real things like Mr. Potato in this picture. My teachers would say I was very helpful, and that influenced me to help people all the time, and that made me want to become a nurse so I could help people who are in need. I also started to learn how to read and write, and I also began studying more because I wanted to get good grades and make my parents proud. From ages 9 to 11, I became more independent on my studies, and I only asked when I needed help. At this time, I was still practicing the Catholic religion and receiving my first Holy Communion. I loved to play outside, from riding bicycles, swimming, and playing games like hide and go seek and tag. My grandma was my biggest influence because she is very loving and caring. She has been there for me ever since I was a baby and always encouraged me. I found out my phenotype and genotype is curly hair because on my dad's side of the family, they have a genotype of curly hair. So my dad passed on his curly hair gene to me, and that is my phenotype. Another phenotype is me being skinny because my mom, my dad, and my brother are all skinny. During high school, I stayed the same height of 4'11", and I was very petite in size. I was very outgoing and I loved to join many clubs, help fundraise, do community service, and join competitions. I also joined a club where I had a chance to go off island. I was able to visit Korea to experience their culture and language. It was a very fun experience and made me realize that I want to travel the world and experience new things. This helped with my social and emotional development. I also learned that hard work really pays off. I focused on my studies and tried to maintain good grades and always tried to be on the honor roll. I also challenged myself and took some honor classes. My parents would always support me and encourage me in anything I did. The friends I made in middle school all went to different high schools, so I made new friends. Over the years, we have become really close and they became my second family, and until today, they are still my friends. My friends made my years in high school a memorable experience because we would always laugh and have tons of fun. They kind of influenced me in a way, and I could always be myself around them, so I am very thankful for all of my friends. Culture was not really a big deal in my family, but my parents still practiced some Filipino traditions and wanted us to learn how to speak the language. Ever since I was a baby, my parents would talk to me in Filipino. I couldn't really say the words, but I could understand what my parents were saying. I also made many decisions in this stage about my future, like what I'm going to do after high school, and I chose to go to college to pursue a career in nursing. During this time, I had a mentor that helped me during my years in high school. Miss C helped me figure out what I wanted to do and gave me experience that was very helpful when working in the workplace. I graduated from high school and started attending the University of Guam and chose to study the field of nursing. I became very adventurous and wanted to try new things with my friends. I still hang out with some of my friends even though we don't see each other every day, and also reconnected with some of my old friends that I met in elementary and middle school.
But I may forget your name.
During this stage, my education and thinking about my future is my main priority. I am still trying to figure out what's out there for me and making a lot of decisions. I am thankful for my parents and my grandma for taking care of me, supporting me, encouraging me, and shaping me into the person I am today. I hope to be just like them when I start my own family. I hope to travel around the world to help many people in the future and to be successful in all my future endeavors. Thank you for watching.